There we go. Apparently these two, in Wikipedia stats, have not played against each other yet. Spiral's win rate, though, gosh golly, 76% against Undead. That is pretty damn good. EnTe's 47 against Orc. Not that much. But the times have changed. It's no longer 2009. It's not like this matchup is so imbalanced. Let's head into our first game. Bottom left, it is Spiral in the yellow, playing as the Orc. Playing the Farseer. This is what everyone is always expecting from Spiral. It would be quite the curveball if he was to actually play Blade Master, or, God forbid, Shadowhunter. But no, Farseer it is. And across the map, EnTe starting off with the Tet Fiend build order. So fast hero for him. Fiends to be joining later. And a 2-borrow tech, by the way. 2-borrow shop tech. This is pretty late. Seems like this Farseer will be prioritizing creeping quite heavily early on, with a decent number of grunts, with heal salves as well. Nice wolf control. He attacks with the grunt first before the wolf, so the purge lands on the grunt, so the wolves stay alive. Then the grunt gives up the aggro. Maybe he doesn't give up the aggro. And the wolf being sent out for scouting. Wants to see what's going on. Of course, so far no scout from Spiral. Also no scout from EnTe, by the way. Normally with this build, you have enough resources to go for 6 Acolytes. And you can use Acolyte number 6 for scouting. But perhaps he didn't want to reveal he was playing the Tet Fiend build. But it's not like that comes as much of a surprise. This is the most standard build nowadays in this matchup. And also, having a spare Acolyte can be really nice against possible Farseer run-bys. Oh, look at Spiral's movement. The Grunt is keeping track of the DK, and the DK lost, on the other hand, track of the Farseer. So now, he's got no idea. Where's my opponent? EnTe needs to split off his skeletons, needs to look for this Farseer. But he's not finding him just yet. He's expecting him perhaps at his own green, but that's not the case. And the skeleton's going into the main. Ah, that's a bit of a mistake. These should have definitely been looking for the Farseer right away. One goes over here. One goes over here perhaps. Maybe over here. DK checks the middle. But very good evasive play by Spiral. Running away, hiding from that DK. And now he's going to be able to creep up his natural freely, which means the expansion is always going to be a possibility. Whereas the DK across the map is starting to creep up himself. But he's of course going to be pretty severely down in experience. Having only one Fiend at the moment can't creep too quickly either. But of course more Fiends will be coming. Claws plus 6. Ring of Regen. It's actually always kind of nice for the TC. Kind of. Especially in the creeping phase. But there were certainly much better items here. The longer the game goes, the more this item is gonna fall off. So claws are nice. On the Farseer, not even that great, but the ring, rather disappointing. Here comes the Peon, 29 supply expansion. S tier 2 is about to finish. This needs to be scouted. This needs to be cancelled. How well does EnTe know his opponent? Great Wolf Scout. Excuse me. Great Wolf Scout sees the Fiend movement. And now Spiral will attempt to disrupt this cancel. But EnTe, he must ignore the army. What? Oh, creeping right now is really not the right choice. The downside of this Orc army early is, yes, it has a lot of punch and tankiness, but it has 0 catch. The Undead army is faster with the aura. You can always cancel this. Always. There's no excuse, in a perfect scenario, not to cancel this. But with the decision to take this creep, he couldn't run past the grunts anymore. And because of this, this expansion is now done. This is an early expansion. This is slightly risky. And it should be cancelled. But it's not. And that's not a good start for EnTe. His item is great. His 2 items are great. Mana Stone and Claws. Perfect drops for EnTe. But strategically, the early game goes to Spiral, because actually this could still be cancelled. And this is why this is so important for the Wolf to keep on vision. The Wolf sees the Fiend movement. If the undead army keeps on moving south again, once again Spiral will be coming in for the intercept. Great Wolf usage. I have to say it again. Grunts and Wolves are now ready to accompany the TC for some solo creeping action. And the Farsi, look at this coverage. One sentry over here, one sentry over here. He knows exactly what's going on. And EnTe, man, I can't help but feel that he's playing this way too passively. This is a ridiculously early finishing expansion. Ridiculously early. Chain Lightning does not get the kill to the Farseer. DK will pick it up. Getting the Periapt can be decent. May protect the hero. But normally TC Farseer isn't really a hero killing combo. Here we see the first Stomp. Of course it's Stomp. Stomp against Fiends is great. Which is why we will most likely be seeing a Dark Ranger as the third hero for EnTe. Claws +9. Wow, this Farseer is gonna become quite the right-click damage dealer. Ow, okay. Losing one grunt here is not ideal. But the TC can still continue solo creeping. He has enough units here still. And now with the expansion mining, a loss like a grunt can be recovered from. What? Sorry, I didn't look at the undead base for a while because I definitely didn't think anything unusual would be getting played. This is literally the first time on 1.31 I'm seeing Necros in a pro game. Starting off with Cripple. Nowadays, in case you guys don't know, the Necromancer has been changed. It is now Cripple on Adept. Wait, how is it again? No, Cripple on Initiate, Raise Dead on Adept, and Incite Unholy Frenzy on Master. First Fiend is gonna be getting coiled once again. Survives for the time being. Lich has plenty of mana, by the way. And so far, EnTe is keeping everything alive. Nothing has died just yet. Well, this Necro will die now. But 2 grunts are gonna fall. Where's the Nova? Does he not have Nova? No, he does. Using the coil instead. DK, low mana at the moment, but he still has that Mana Stone. Spire's looking for more kills. And these cripples hurt now. Second speed scroll coming out. That saves the Raider, but that was the last speed scroll. The last one for a long time. And the surround on the Farseer. Oh, nice. He has the Cloak of Shadows coming into play. Rarely do we see it being effective, but here we do.
The player's forces are under attack.
Headhunter is coming in anticipation of the Destroyers. But Destroyers don't seem to be in the cards. Oh, but lots of free kills now for Spiral. He just got another Necro, and that's another Fiend. Smart play by Spiral. Catching off the reinforcements. How important was this cloak suddenly? If he had had to TP home, none of this would be possible. The shop is gone. That means no more statues. And I have to question the shop positioning, especially against Orc. Falls so easily. But also, the peons are getting wrecked. Lich and DK here, now investing the mana for the Nova. He was so cautious with his mana usage earlier, but here now against the peasants, peons, he uses it. Having very little mana left only. Spiral doesn't want to TP home yet. Spiral TP to the main instead. Using clarities, using heal salves. And coming in now. Spiral with a decent supply lead. Trying to line up the perfect stomp. And EnTe TP's out here before he loses too much. Will in fact not lose anything. The statues and fiends all get back home safely. We have 3 Necros now. With adept training. Ghouls coming in as well. He can bring them all. There's enough lumber for the rest of the game, most likely for EnTe. Alright, we're gonna have... Alright, is this just for Cripple or is it also for Raise Dead? I don't know. I got no idea. I don't think he has the Raise Dead upgrade. The longevity and stuff. Actual Necros. How funny. And just very close to double level ups. This is very tempting now to creep this. I don't know if it's the right choice though. Wait. He's not even tier 3! I didn't even realize this before. This is just tier 2 undead. No orb, no destroyers, just necros. Fiends, no upgrades. I thought perhaps he might go for some. Puts around the Overseer, and he does. TC wants to get a good stomp in here, but the item goes to the undead. Oh, the Scourge Bone Chimes. That would have been great for Spiral. This position is horrible. Spiral is fighting into a choke. It's like at 300 when they're fighting at Thermopylae. And we see the raised dead, the skeletons coming out. The TC is dropping low. He's crippled. He's slow. He's in trouble. He's gonna get surrounded, but he's a hard hero to surround. Also, he's got the greater healing still. Call Nova before the greater healing! Oh man, Spiral! You had the greater healing there, my friend. And oh my god. It is the rise of the dead. The undead have returned, my lord. And they are numerous. So many skeletons. And for them, actually, the Scourge Bone Shard isn't too bad. Jesus Christ, EnTe! It's the army of the dead. Literally. Tier 2 Necros. Are you serious? And of course there's no Dispel. Of course not by Spiral. I got a feeling though, next game we're gonna see a Torrent Totem. Oh, and if he forgets about the Raiders! Level 4 Lich suddenly! And now he has Dark Ritual. Oh, that was 3 Raider kills. GG! What? What a strange game. What a unusual game. Tier 2 Necro all-in. I love it. First time I ever saw this. EnTe has always come up with some special strats. Ghoul pressure builds against human. Early expansions in Undead Mirror. Wow. 2 remaining maps are Echo Isles and CH. Spiral's pick. We don't know yet. How long does Cripple last? It's not 60 seconds anymore. That we've busted. I think it's 10 seconds now. If you look it up on the official Blizzard page, it is outdated. If you want to look up the spells and everything in the updated version, Liquipedia is your go-to place. And, you know what? Let's take a look at this new Necromancer. Wait a minute. The order here hasn't been updated. Yeah, this is incorrect. This is wrong. I thought we updated all this stuff. Okay, never mind. We don't go to Liquipedia because this is still the old Necromancer. This one has not been changed. Yeah, I think the new cripple is 10 seconds. To be completely honest with you, I don't even know precisely because I never play that stuff. Maybe I should. What changed on the Necros? Kind of everything changed on the Necros. Cripple on Initiate. The new Necros have Cripple on Initiate, but it's much weaker. 10-second duration, I believe, and also less effect. Raise Dead on Adept Training, and Master Training has Insight Unholy Frenzy, which sacrifices 1 unit, and everything around gets Unholy Frenzied. Alright, second game. EnTe in the lead. On the left-hand side of Echo Isles, we have the Undead player from Germany. On the right-hand side, it is the Orc, also from Germany. A German duel right here, yes. You guys see what this is? This is a ghoul build. This is a ghoul build with a really late altar and a 6th acolyte. This smells like expansion. Perhaps necro expansion. Not necro, excuse me. Dreadlord expansion. Dreadlord, extremely good at sniping early units. Best units to snipe early on are either Fiends or Grunts. When you're playing against a Blade Master has the skill set to save the Grunts by popping them out of a surround with Windwalk. Farseer can't do that. Okay, is it actually Dreadlord? It could very well just be a normal DK. Or if he's crazy, he's going Lich. No. Dreadlord! And I imagine expansion. Dude, what is up with EnTe? Completely innovative builds. Really exciting to see. Two Boro build here once again. Two Boro shop, so creep heavy Farseer to begin with. Dreadlord Fast Expo. Okay, is he gonna sell the TP or is he not that greedy? 4 ghouls moving out, that is easily enough to creep the natural. And here we go. Doesn't sell the TP.
A player's forces are
Lumber a
under
little
attack.
low right now to set up the tower and expo and stuff, but more ghouls will be coming. Getting a narrow pier would be the safe play. Interesting base layout also. We have a bit of a wall over here. There's only this entrance into the main for heroes. And yeah, with sleep against the over Magi, this is very easy to creep. Ziggurat first. And the Haunt later. Wolf sees this though. It is scouted very early on, in its inception, basically, by Spiral. How to react. How to react to something as weird as this. Has Spiral played against this before? Or has he now? Does he have to adapt on the fly? Farseer's level 2, he could go for some Acolyte hunting. But there's not even a tech happening, so losing Acolytes isn't actually that painful. And the Dreadlord can creep this camp so well as well. On level 2, not going for the aura. Holding the skill point for now.
A town is under siege.
And in we go. Farseer is going for those Acolytes. Over here, the Grunts. Oh, great attack. Great attack by Spiral. This is working out. This is absolutely working out. And EnTe, man, pretty greedy. Not defending his expansion especially. Not defending the main, I think, is fine. You can remake Acolytes, but this is going to be a cancel. Ooh, man.
The town is under siege.
EnTe could have left one skeleton here. Left one skeleton over here. And then he would have seen the Grunts moving in. And then he could have defended the expansion. This is gonna be such a ridiculous tech advantage. It's insane. That's what we call it. Ion Sobol, thank you very much for the sub. And the Wilq, thank you very much for the 13-month resub. Dreadlord did go for the aura after all, and 2 points in sleep. He's getting a lot of experience. And is teching now. Teching, not expanding anymore. But he could have defended this. Again, spotter skeletons. Could have seen the grunt movement.
The player's forces are under attack.
And then he could have been in time to defend. Oh boy! But the Creepjack is coming in from Spiral. It's gonna be at least one ghoul kill. TC second. Is it gonna be double bestiary? Are we going Windriders now? This used to be the play back in the day against mass ghouls. Cake Pie Biscuit. Thank you very much for the 5 months. Nope. Not a bestiary. It is Tauren Totem instead. Good old Raider Walker.
A player's forces are under attack.
Dreadlord still pretty much power creeping. Of course, EnTe was up a game. He could, you know, try a bit of a cheese here. But I think this expansion should have come up. It could have come up. But just because it comes up doesn't mean necessarily that's, you know, gonna work out in the end. All the fires here just a little bit too late for a painful creepjack right there.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, here we go. Now we have the next haunted attempt. But that is gonna be very, very late. Dreadlord is close to level 4. Which would give him the level 2 aura. Which is nice. But I certainly wouldn't call it a game changer. Is he gonna rely on the ultimate this game? This would be kind of cool. Dude, Spiral with the reads this game, it's insane. Coming in for the creepjack again. There's gonna be a sleep to prevent. Wakes up the sleep, but there's plenty of sleeps left. That's the good thing about level 2 sleep. You can spam that like crazy. It's the TC. Disabled for now. And again, the Tomb of Relics. Always the weakness for the undead. I really don't know about positioning it so far forward, man. Halt of the Dead finishes, though. Trying for the surround on the Farseer. Fails the first time. Scroll the Beast coming in as well. That's a lot of damage on these ghouls. And this Farseer will have to TP. Wait! He TP'd earlier! Oh, damn! I forgot about this! But EnTe didn't. He's gonna get the kill, even without the next sleep. Now he can aim for perhaps more sleep surrounds. The Raider would be a viable target. What about the TC? Dude, Spiral. This is really scary right now. Nice anti-surround. Saves the Raider. That's a big deal. Here comes a Walker, though. And with Spirit Link coming in, it is extremely hard to fight this tier 2 Orc army with only ghouls. There's one Spirit Tower in front, which is actually a great help right now.
A player's forces are under
But
attack.
only ghouls for EnTe, nothing else. Dreadlord doesn't have the damage build. TC though! Isn't he just surrounded? Alright, TC will be getting disabled, but he will also be getting woken up here pretty quickly. Lots of lifesteal from this Dreadlord. Sleep again. He could just kill the TC, right? Or? Can he? He's trying to. Okay. TC has Spirit Link though. Basically 1600 HP. One more Stomp coming in as well. Can he get out of here now? No, the surround is still stuck. Oh, but he's tanky. Boy, is he tanky. Oh, maybe this was an overextension. But if this is a kill, this is basically level 5 Dreadlord. At least very close. He's gonna get the kill. Next hero kill for the Dreadlord. Oh my god. But only 3 ghouls left. Can't really kill anything more. But guess what? Expo is up now. Only 3 acolytes. But still, it's mining. It's towered up. Second hero DK. Coil soon. And the aura. Counter expansion by Spiral, but far away. How proud is Side right now? Dreadlord first. Are we gonna see Dreadlord first? If EnTe wins, it's gonna be an undead mirror in the upper bracket. And it's not looking unlikely right now. EnTe, though,
A player's forces are under
hella low in supply. And I think he really needs a Tome of Retraining as well. He needs more damage. He needs carrying support. DK coming in with Coil will be a big help. Also, Aura would be a big help. But the towers here are basically repaired. Oh, this is a big army, though. That's a big army for Spiral, but he needs heal scrolls. Gets 1. TC's almost 3. That's another big level up right there. Level 5 Dreadlord. It is sleep level 3. Very cheap now. You can spam that like crazy. However, at the moment, not too much mana. Use the mana pot. Now he has good mana again. First tower dead immediately. And now EnTe has to come home to defend. He's down in supply. He's got probably the worst army. But he's got a level 5 Dreadlord. If he gets level 6, he crushes this. Oh, surrounding the TC again. He is tanky though, and he's got the stomp. That was the last stomp, however. Oh, but those ghouls, man. Those ghouls are feeling the pain. The level 2 Chain Lightning ripping through them. Level 3 TC now. He's gonna have the stomp in about 10 seconds. The mana is ticking up. The mercs here for EnTe trying to do what they can. Couple of units for Spiral are dying. One more sleep coming in, but sleep only lasting for a couple of seconds. It's not really good enough. EnTe losing so many units. In the meantime, this is basically done now. The Berserker fell as well. Look at the experience for the Dreadlord. He got no kills. Nada. Do we have tier 3? No, just tier 2. Just ghouls, ghouls. There we go. Tier 3 now. I think EnTe needs a statue. Slaughterhouse coming now. If the DK creeps this camp, this will be level 2 for him. Kind of awkward to creep with ghouls, though. Next heal scroll for Spiral. And an invul. Fighting through the Spirit Link with only ghouls is so hard to do. And there's plenty of damage here against buildings. The raiders, the grunts. I was definitely putting too much of an advantage on EnTe. He is struggling hard right now. He's returning back to the expansion to defend, but what's he bringing? A couple of ghouls, many of them hurt already, and now it's time to return the favor as far as hero kill goes. The DK will be getting taken out. Goodbye. Level 1 hero falls. This would be solo experience for the Dreadlord, but only if he had kill potential, which really he doesn't anymore. The ghouls, they just fell off a cliff. Ghouls without frenzy get destroyed by walkers. Walkers plus, you know, a front line. Yeah, EnTe's losing everything now. Everything! The Dreadlord is the sole survivor. At this point, not even Infernal would be good enough, I believe. Cool try though by EnTe. Cool try. And what if he keeps that expansion safe the first time he's going for it? This could look differently. Has to TP out now, but that is floodgates open then towards the Expo. The Expo, which at this point has a counter Expo, which is completely safe for Spiral, who is high up in supply at 66. What is EnTe's? 28! Yeah. Yeah. EnTe's still trying though. He's gonna get Destroyer Tech here very soon. He's gonna get the Orb soon. But the fact remains that Spiral has an expansion and already 70 supply. 4 heroes. Well-rounded army. 3 raiders, 3 walkers, 4 grunts. Couple of wyvern and headhunters.
Town is under siege.
This is looking solid. Really solid by Spiral. Lich third. So there we have the Orb Carrier. Double hero kill earlier. Sleeps around here. Sleeps around here. Was not enough. Not enough. In this game, you see the limitations, not necessarily of the Dreadlord so much, but rather of the ghouls. Ghouls past the early game, without frenzy, are absolutely useless. So basically you can't fall behind with them. DK still far away from level 2, same as the case for the Lich. Who's being greeted nicely with Circlet, Claws, and the Orb.
A player's forces are under attack.
80 supply now for Spiral. If he loses the entire army, and both heroes, EnTe has a chance. But how is that supposed to happen? We only have Frenzy duels. Finally, they do have Frenzy at least, making them multitudes better.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Tome of Retraining. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be the damage now. Carrion Swarm. Does he also go for Sleep? Sleep is valuable against the TC with Stomp. But if countered correctly by the Orc, not even that effective. You can either right-click, wake him up, or just dispel it instantly with the Walkers. What's the Walker mana? The Walker mana is very, very, very high. Capoais, thank you for the 2 months. And also Nelael, thank you for the 2 months very much. I don't believe Spiral really needs a good ping here. Spiral needs A click and T button. T for the stomp. Alright, here we go. Here comes the sleep. First one, but just gonna slowly wake him up. The first speed scroll wasted, I guess. Look at this. Oh, Jesus Christ! Woo! Avert your eyes, guys. This is a massacre. This is a war crime. This is cruel and unusual punishment. I think he really has ping. Don't want to say he's like doing, you know, a BM play here. Yeah. EnTe realizes. EnTe tries one last time, you know, like maybe the Carrion Swarm can work some magic, but no. It's not that good. And that's the 1-1. Equalizer, Spiral takes a second map. Map choice, well, we have no choice anymore. Last map will be Concealed Hill. Interesting curveball strat with the Dreadlord there. And this could have gone much better. Again, I'm saying it now for at least the 3rd time. But if he protects the expansion the first time, which he could have been able to do, this game could look different. However, the tier 2 timing with Walkers and Raiders would still be coming. And you would still have only standard ghouls, which are still awful against this. So I'm not saying he would win, but it could have looked better. Spiral's going for a quick reboot here, so hopefully he doesn't have those issues again. In the lower bracket, waiting already is effect. He will be facing the loser of this next map, and the winner will be going up against Side, who looked pretty strong against effect. I feel like effect let that game slip away with just a few minor mistakes, and Side capitalizing, especially on the AM's frailty, very well. So yeah, Concealed is a pretty good Farseer map. It's a decent expansion map. I still think this has pretty good counterplay. Just, you know, DK, fast tech, creep level 2, get 2 fiends out. And when you have 2 fiends and a couple of skeletons, an Orc Expo cancel must always be doable. Even if it costs a fiend, that's worth it. However, it doesn't come for free. If you run across the map to cancel an expansion, that is time you're not spending creeping. That I do realize, but Expo timing is just so crucial in this matchup. If the expansion is too late, you get overrun. If it's in time, you get enough numbers to power through. That's usually the way it goes. EnTe now plenty of time to consider his next build. Is he gonna try with the Dreadlord again? I definitely don't think so. This was just, you know, not a throwaway build, but an experimental build. Maybe it's gonna win. Likelihood is low. This was a pretty good map for Spiral. Very good for tier 2 expansion. Hard to cancel. Easy to creep. Decent creeping before that for the Farseer as well. Seems like Spiral does not have an SSD because it's taking a little while for him to reconnect. But he's going to be back here soon. Today was a nice long day of Warcraft action. Of course, it's far from over. After this game, we have three more best of threes from the best that Europe has to offer. And then we have our player field complete of 8 players for W League Europe. And I think I can tell you already when the main event dates are going to be. Yes. It's not going to be next week. It's going to be the week after. So we're going to be starting Playday 1 on August 17th. And then always on the weekend, August 17, August 24, August 31, and so on. You get the picture with the best that Europe has to offer. Yeah, Group C is still fighting for the last 2 spots. We have 6 players determined already. I can show you guys once again. X-Lord and Sonic victorious yesterday in Group A. And today, the last 2 slots for the W League Europe. Happy Cash, Hawk and Thorzane have been invited. X-Lord and Sonic qualified. And today, 2 more. Now, some of you might be thinking, hey, what about our European All-Star, Foggy? Why is he not here? That's because Foggy is playing in the NetEase version of this. W League already we had earlier this year on NetEase. And now, or last year and this year. And now we have it for Europe as well. And Foggy has decided to play on NetEase. That is why he wasn't invited here. Alright, Spiral back. No. I hope his PC didn't die. Next week, we're going to be back, of course, with more Warcraft action. But only on Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday, nothing is really happening. We're going to be back on Wednesday with Yule Cup day number 5. And on Thursday. And... wait, not on Friday. But on Saturday and Sunday as well. I believe. Stay tuned to backtowarcraft.com, where we will be putting up the schedule on Monday, basically. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. In case you've missed any of the games, you can catch them there. We have a Discord as well, discord.backtowarcraft.com, where you can join the community. What's the URL? I don't quite remember. But join reddit.com/r/WC3 as well. Has just been revamped. Is looking really nicely now. And here we go. Nice. Spiral is back. Playing for Team Oceanus, by the way. Where EnTe played previously. But he left Team Oceanus for greener pastures, possibly. Now playing for MTW is EnTe. And we may see him in the future in China. It has already been announced that MTW will be playing in the Team League event of NetEase in China later this year. I wonder if EnTe's gonna go. It's gonna be exciting to see. Alright, now we're in the game. And ready to start this. Let's see. Do I for once have the overlay correct? I do. Excellent. It is decision time. Who moves on in the upper bracket? There we go. There's the sound. And who's moving down? Effect is waiting in the lower bracket. Side, waiting in the upper bracket. This is a ghoul build again. This will be kind of crazy if he tries this risky expansion strat once again. Doesn't look like it. It's a Tet Fiend opening, altar, into Ziggurat, into Crypt. And of course, standard altar build right here from Spiral. Must be a Farseer. I don't think I've ever seen a Blade Master from Spiral. I think he plays it against Night Elf. But I don't believe I saw him playing against Night Elf before. This is a pretty cool base layout. EnTe has these wall-offs down. So this is a full wall-off over here. Well, I guess you could squeeze in past the altar and in here. But it's hard to get to the back line. Spiral isn't really this Farseer speed scroll run by kind of player. For good reason. It's very risky, this style. It's very unreliable. If the undead scouts, if he's just in position, it just doesn't work and you've just essentially wasted a lot of your time. Spiral plays it more reliable. Spiral plays more creep heavy. And, most importantly, expansion heavy. Expansion will be coming. Question is just when. And I think, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, that this must be cancelled. If the expansion is before the Raider, it has to be cancelled. DK coming out. Undead can creep very well here with DK and skeletons only.
A player's forces are under attack.
Once again, no Acolyte first to scout. As Undead, you can creep this camp, into this one, all with just skeletons. And then I think this one is level 3, something like that. Oops. Or creeping is of course a little bit faster, especially in this case with double borrowed tech, which is once again the play here by Spiral. Gonna have 2 grunts out very soon. Wolf being sent out fairly early for scouting. And there we go, the DK. Creeping this camp quickly as well. With the coil and then the skeletons against the medium armor. This works well. Will he coil the wolf? No. Spire was ready with the resummon anyways. Tanking damage on the Farseer. I like that. Farseer has the best armor type, so he gets the most efficient healing. That's level 2. Also gonna be level 2 for the DK here very quickly. Circlet. Alright. And yeah, looks like Spiral this time will be expanding a little bit later than it was at least on... what was the first map? Northern Isles. Northern Isles, I suppose, a bit of an easier expansion. This is a hard expansion to creep. I guess to safely do this you want 3 grunts. But I wouldn't be surprised to see the Farseer going there very, very soon. DK picking up more skeletons. First Fiend is out now. Good skeleton scout as well. I think randomly finds the Farseer here. Wanted to go to the expansion. Will go to the expansion. Won't see the actual spot. But he should have seen the Farseer's inventory. And that should tell him that the expansion hasn't been crept yet. Dude, Spiral with these wolves is like amazing. He's always next to the undead.
A town is under siege.
And Spiral wanted to go for the lab, where he perhaps would have been creepjacked, but because of the vision of the wolf, this was prevented. Really good. Really, really good. Oh, and now he may be perhaps attempting a creepjack here himself. Very surprised EnTe is trying this with the wolf like right there. But Spiral doesn't want to go for the creepjack. Instead, he's using this time where he knows the undead is busy to now safely creep up the gold mine. Also, a good use of this time. And Williams, thank you very much for the 5 months. He says, 5 months of promoting the Warcraft 3 scene. Thanks for all the cast, guys, he says. Thank you very much, my man. And EnTe Toss, thank you very much for the first time sub. And welcome. DK, got the big boy. But this camp is hard to creep. Inner fire plus healing is always tough to take out in the early game. Especially without normal damage. Yeah, this is a very questionable creep camp to take. Very much so. And now it has been crept up here. The peon is coming. And the expansion will be built.
A player's forces are under attack.
And look at the bestiary. How far are raiders away? Let me tell you. They're far away. It's only halfway done. Then you need to make the raider. Then you need to make the ensnare. This is a long time. Should be enough time! Jesus Christ. DK almost dies to the zap. That was a level 2 zap. Oh, I almost missed a hero kill. Didn't think that was gonna happen. But because EnTe crept this hard camp, he took very much damage on the DK. And now, unless he goes for heal pots, he can't really cancel this anymore. Also, to cancel this expansion, you don't need to be level 3. You just need to go there. And a Lich with Frost Armor will keep you safe against almost everything. Well, not against almost everything. Once Raiders come out, it is scary. But look at this. We don't have a single Raider. Now Ensnare is coming. Ensnare is still, even if this finishes, not ready to be used. Because a Raider is still missing.
A player's forces are under attack.
But okay, you know what? Game 1, the expansion came up very early as well. Nova Coil! Whew. Well, he's playing at aggro. He's not playing Frost Armor, he's playing Nova. Is he going for the Temple again? Yes, he is. So, first game. EnTe also neglected cancelling the expansion. Just went for the Necros. Yes, guys, in case you weren't here earlier, he actually plays Necros. For real.
A player's forces are under attack.
And was victorious. DK not yet level 3. Lich not even close to level 2. TC wants to hit level 3 quickly as he can. Scroll of the Beast can be very nice. Alright. Ogre Lord attempt. Is he gonna get it? You want to drag him into this little hole back here and then surround. Let's see how well... Oh, the chicken could mess this up. Oh, the chicken messes it up! Okay, he could have kind of seen this coming. Chicken was standing around here for a long time. Ah, damn. Don't have vision anymore. So yeah, Necros. Not even memeing. This looked pretty good earlier. When there's no dispel, Necros are actually pretty good. So do we have an adaptation this time? Doesn't look like it. No walkers. DK does have the coil level 2. The Ogre Lord is such a big last hit. DK gets it with the coil nova and the item. It's the Ancient Django, which is ridiculously good. But the first Necro does die, and the DK is mega surrounded. He was for a second, but now he's not anymore. And the next Necro falls. Oh, and the statue right after, EnTe. Getting a little too big for his bridges. Suffering 3 losses here right away. This statue with an ensnare will also be a pretty easy kill. On the southern side, though, the Grunts in trouble. And now there is Frost Armor. That's very important to keep these fiends alive, otherwise it will be very hard to do. Necros, though, are quickly reproduced.
A player's forces are under attack.
But at the moment, there's none. Oh, never mind, there's one. Expo starting to mine. Spiral would love to buy some time. He needs heal salves, he needs clarities, and he wants this gold to keep ticking up. No statues here for EnTe. He lost them earlier, makes it really hard to sustain in this battle. Mana potion, stomp on the TC. One fiend devoured, the other one killed right away. And it seems like EnTe doesn't have enough. In the first game, he had this critical mass of Necros where he was just sweeping through the middle with mass, raise dead. But here, they all died too quickly. They couldn't raise the dead. They were the ones to become the dead first. The real dead, not the undead. And the reveal. Doesn't forget about the dust. Easy kills. Second devour. These Kodos also being so great. The Lich does die. And EnTe down to 30 supply. That even rhymes. Oh man, and more kills. Spiral now playing true orc. Chasing, end snare, kills. Pick-offs, one after the next. The TP, which was supposed to save the statue, doesn't even save the statue.
A player's forces are under attack.
That Creepjack backfired hard on EnTe. He gets the last hit plus the item, which is so great, but then he's in a horrible position. All the Necros die right away, and the Necros are very much so a critical mass unit. One Necro doesn't do crap. 4 Necros with skeletons are amazing. Or 4 Necros with corpses, I should say. He's gonna have 3 Necros. He's gonna get a good number of them out again. But now, Spiral's already at 60. And
The town is under siege.
okay, he doesn't have a borrow
Player's
coming.
forces are
But
under
60
attack.
supply is pretty good. Pretty heavy now on the headhunters as well. Oh, trying to cancel this Lich. Mass repair is coming out. Should be enough for the save. Oh my god, it's so close! Spiral gets it! The TC though, he's surrounded. Wait a minute, is he dead? He might be dead. Something was transferred, attempted. Heal pot! Oh my god, the heal pot! Oh, last second saves the TC. DK still chasing with the invul. He's gonna get this kill, but it's gonna be expensive. Next coil finishes the second hero. Can he get the Farseer as well? He needs the Farseer, honestly. But he doesn't have the numbers. Spiral certainly does have the numbers. 54 supply. Oh, and the DK stuck in the corner. Spiral doesn't realize it. If he did, he could kill this Death Knight as well. And that would most certainly be game. Level 4 gives him a cheeky death pact if he wants, but no. GG! And Spiral wins this 2-1.